Hey YouTube, if you are watching this Toronto afternoon, I am in the Toronto Regionals. And by in Toronto Regionals, I mean probably already eliminated because the competition in these Show 6 Pick 3 formats are quite it's quite hard. So in this video, I'm gonna go over what the Show 6 Pick 3 format is if you want to play one of these play tournaments. Go over, just look at some statistics for Pokemon, and then show you how I team built and the team I'm using this weekend and why. So for those of you who don't know, these play formats are Show 6, Pick 3, where you have to bring 6 Pokemon. There's a couple banned, like I think the Galarian Birds, and I think a couple others are banned. But for the most part, it's open Great League. You bring 6 Pokemon, and then your opponent brings 6, and you look at each other's teams, and then you play a set of 3 in the early rounds and 5 in the later rounds. In the first two, the majority, like 2, and the 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5. Wins the match. So you know your opponent's teams, and then you know your team. So you pick the 3 that you think is going to beat their team, and then play like a normal GBL battle. So the question is, how do you team build for these? And the answer is, for the most part, very, very, very meta, and they all seem to have some sort of formula right now, right? So here are the top 12 Pokemon from Lille Championships, which was last weekend. And as you can see, 84.5% Medi, 55% Lantern, 50% Lickitung, 39% Superior, Gligar, Umbreon, all the way down to Mandibuzz. So basically what happened is you need to determine which 6 Pokemon you bring. And to team build, there's a couple ways you can do it. Some people just bring like one of everything, right? Fighter, Grass, Water, Steel, Flyer, and I forget what that's right? So you can theoretically go, and mine's pretty close to this. You can go Medicham, Lantern as your Water, Superior as your Grass, Gligar as your Flyer, Sandslash as your Steel, pick a 6th, Lickitung as your safe swap, right? That is essentially how you can build. So you basically have something for everything, right? If you Medicham's weak to flying, you have your Steel Ice. Lantern is weak to Grass. You have your own Grass and Superior with Aerial Ace, or you have Gligar, or you have Sandslash. Lickitung's weak to Fighters. Medi's going to deal with most of those, or you also have your own Flyer, right? Grass is weak to Fire, and Sandslash is weak to Fire. You have your Lantern, which is Water, and then you also have Gligar, which knows Dig, right? Very easy strategy there. So that is how most people, you can bring one of everything, or you can bring a set of meta with a couple of spice picks, or you can bring what is meta and then Pokemon that you think can beat the meta. And that's kind of what I did it. So that's the top 6. So how do you start? Basically, what I do is, so if you go to PV Poke here, there's obviously the rankings. And what I did at the same time was I brought up a team builder. And if you go to the team builder page and you go to, sorry, not team builder, you go to the battle page and go to Matrix Battle. There is a section down here. It's called new in the custom groups. You click on it and there will be a P ! P Championship series. And that basically shows all the Pokemon that the main people are bringing. So what you can do is you can put in here just to see like how your team would stack up against what is the main team. So Medicham, Lickitung have been the go-to non-stop for everyone because they're tanky. They're generally 2 of the best safe swaps. So if we go back to the Open Great League, right? This is the Open Great League, and you can't see it, but I'm clicking on, you go to sort by overall, and you go by switches. Go to switches, look at what 1 and 2 and 3 are. Lickitung, Medi, Gligar. And Lickitung and Medi, that's just what makes them so safe. It's the best Pokemon the definition is the best Pokemon to switch to from an unfavorable lead. So basically, if you lose the lead, these are 2 of the safest Pokemon to bring. And that is why when you go back to the statistics here, 84.5 and 50%, just because they are so strong. And they are also on my team because they are bulky. They get to counters on a great move. Body Slam spam here. Ice Punch Psychic. They're just so strong. So you put them in. And then you go over 2014 record for Lickitung, 18-16 Medicham, right? Both high averages. Super strong. So then what you can do is you can do one of 2 things. You can either you can go through and just look at where you're double weak. So I'm double weak to Carbink. I am double weak to what we saw in the Ninetales. I'm double weak to Superior, and I'm double weak to Venusaur. So I'm weak to Grass, I'm weak to Carbink, and I'm weak to Venusaur. So why a lot of other people are pairing it, and why I actually just TM'd away to a Shadow Claw is because I am bringing Sandslash. I know it just gets Shadow Sandslash. I know it gets just lit up by fighters, and you need to be careful for that. But you know, there's your Venusaur pickup there. There's your Superior pickup here. There's your Ninetales. Oops. There's your Ninetales pickup there, and there is your Carbink pickup there, right? So that's how you start covering. And then it depends what you want to do. So now I'm like, you know, if I'm going to be super, super weak to Medi, I need an answer for Medi. So I'm going to bring Gligar, because Gligar is generally a safe swap too. So again, very, very, very meta team so far. But now I have like another answer for Medi, which is on every team. I have another answer for the Grass, which I would be weak to in the front. So now it's just trying to round up. What? So you can go through and you can look at what is left. So like Guzzlord, I'm kind of weak to. I would still like another answer for Medi. Ninetales, Powder Slam, Ninetales, I'm still a bit weak to. And this is where, and Sableye, right? So I'm weak to sort of Darks and Powders and then they're Dark there. And this is where I don't even know if I'm going to use this Pokemon a bunch. But this is a Pokemon that provides the strongest bench pressure in this league so far. Again, 1915, I think that's a little overinflated because it's sunbaiting, and sometimes you just get killed, right? Swampert's going to kill you, G-Fist going to kill you, Superior's going to kill you. There's just a lot of things that will kill you here. But on the same end, with Carbink, there's so many things that you can just wall. Darks, Dragons, like certain flyers outside of Gligar, and that's why I put in that, because you're just like, if yes, I'm gonna get killed by an ice with my Gligar, but I gotta imagine with this bench pressure I can scare off a lot of Pokemon with this. And same with like Charizard. A lot of people are bringing Charizard now, but like, you're not gonna bring Charizard if I have a Carbink. If you do, you better have two answers for Carbink, right? So that was how I started, and then I tried different Pokemon for the 6th. I tried Dragonair, I tried Registeel, I tried Ninetales, Kanto Ninetales, and I was going down. Basically what I did was I just went down this list of PB Poke, and I tried them. I'm like, I tried Superior, like as an answer for Water. I looked at Sableye, but that would make me a little too weak to too many Darks. I tried a Ninetales, but that would have that would wake me this. And there it was. It was actually much, much, much lower before Charge Bug. And unfortunately, I'm so pissed. Hopefully a lot of people didn't see it. Speediest asked the top champions from the thing, and Charge Bug is what they all said. And I knew that, and I had this on my team for a week now, and they just kind of ruined it. And here's why. It has Lantern coverage as a water, like Water Electric, but Lantern coverage, Azumarill coverage, which are big weak to, Grass coverage, because you resist the grass and you hit super effective with X-Scissor, Medicham coverage, because Medicham can only counters resisted, they can only throw Psychic or stuff like that, and if they're running Dynamic Punches, it's an even better matchup. And it does okay against like Lickitung. You lose, but it's like a close matchup. It has bulk. So this is my team. I've scrimmed a couple people with it, and it's done pretty well. So if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose for two reasons. One, most likely, I'm just going to get outplayed because the competition here is very, very strong. The second issue is ground Pokemon. As you can see here, Swampert, Stunfisk, and I got to imagine Nidoqueen is also going to be a huge issue for me. Nidoqueen's not even on here, but I'm just going to add Nidoqueen on this list just so you can see, because I know what this weakness to this team is, and it's ground. Because, right, there's a Nidoqueen. I mean, I have answers. I have answers for these. I have answers for Nidoqueen here. I have answers for Swampert. It's going to have to be a Medi-Licky talk. Plus, like, Gligar can beat certain ones, depending on Shadow versus non-Shadow and energy advantage. But Swampert, Galarian Stunfisk, ground, which will resist Volt Switch on Charger Bug, Rock Throw on Carbink, hit for super effective on Sandslash, right? So you're really left with Medi Lickitung, and Medi Lickitung are super safe, so you could just pair like one of these with these two if they have a Swampert. If they don't have a Swampert and they have like a Lantern, you're running much freer here, right? Water Gun Lantern's obviously gonna be way worse for Gligar, but like non-Gligar, do here, and then like Medi. If you're gonna have AC Ancestors, which is super weak to Medi, you got a bunch of answers for Medi here, plus Mirror Match. Plus that Lickitung is actually not bad than the 0 as well. So that's a team. So we'll see how it goes. I'm actually mostly just going to, well, one, I actually just want to try and compete at this because, you know, I follow them every week when they, not like I don't watch it, but I like follow just the bracket and just see what's going on every week. So I want to play in this tournament. I played last season and I got Mish and Bird Power back to back. So back to back losses to great women competitors there. So they killed me. Actually, I lost two. I actually lost only 2-1 to Mish, but I got 2-0'd against Bird Power. Yeah, and it's just like the competition in this is always so strong. And I know that like Inadequance just came third in Lille and he's shown in Toronto. So I don't know. Like even if I have a good team built, which I think I do, understanding that I am weak to ground a little bit, most otherwise I'm covered across the board with what I need here. I'm gonna have like 3 answers minimum to pretty much everything else. And if you look at the top, if we want to just go back and look at the top teams, right? Let's just go over these top 6. Medi or Machamp, Lantern, Lickitung, Superior, Umbreon, and Gligar. So Lantern, like I said, Water Gun Lanterns makes this matchup a little trickier and Carbink trickier, but otherwise got that coverage there. Medicham, like I mentioned, I have a bunch of coverage for Medi. Lickitung, I'm okay for, not amazing. You know, good for Medicham. Mirror Match there. Carbink can beat it, but still takes super effective. But then again, like Charger Bug, Gligar, all close. Losses, but close. Gligar, I think, is going to be a little tricky, right? That's why you have your AC and Slash, because that'll take it out. But outside of that, I got a Mirror Match. Lickitung's okay. If I can get Energy Advantage, Ice Punches on Medi are going to be okay. And then Umbreon, which I now have. I've had the Medi, but I now also have 2 answers in the back in Carbink and Charger Bug now. And Superior is the only one, other one I haven't touched yet. But Superior, same thing. I got Gligar as a grass. I got the Ace Slash with Ice Punch, and then I got now Charger Bug resisting everything but Aerial Ace, and I can hit super effective with X Scissor. So it's covered, but as you're going to see, when every single team has 84% have Medi, 50% have, it's a lot of like, I'm against you, you're against me, we have 4 out of the 6 the same, maybe 2 are different. Hope for alignment, or hope that you're a better player. So I gotta hope for alignment because I'm not the better player. That's it. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have fun, meet some people. I'll shoot a vlog, which I didn't do last time, but I'll shoot a vlog to showcase maybe sometime this week. Anyways, that's it. Wish me luck. I will need it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.